Hello everyone. We, the students of class 11th A, are obliged to get a nice opportunity to present a documentary on COVID 19. Before starting, let me introduce you all to our team members who have contributed in making this documentary. The members are Akshat Singh, Amolika Soni, Anand Agnihotri, Anirudh Dikshit, Anshika Satija, Ashraf Ali, Avign Tripathi, and B. Ramrit Singh. Now I would like to invite Akshat Singh.
Thank you, Amolika. So, before starting, I would like to give a brief intro on COVID 19. Coronavirus is a group of RNA viruses that causes diseases in mammals and birds. There are many types of coronaviruses, for example, SARS-CoV, MERS-CoV, etc. The first coronavirus in humans was found in the 1960s. Until now, 6 species of human coronavirus are known to us. The full form of COVID 19 is Coronavirus Disease 2019, as it started spreading in 2019. The first case of COVID 19 was identified in Wuhan, Hubei, China on 17th November 2019. The virus is thought to be natural till now and has an animal origin through spillover infection. The people of China eat many animals such as cats, dogs, bats, etc. and maybe this is the reason why COVID-19 virus started infecting humans. The first case of COVID-19 was observed when a 57-year-old female shrimp seller in the Huanan seafood market felt that she was suffering from cold, but she ignored it. After many days, when her condition became critical, she went to the doctor, but it was too late, and the virus had already spread to 41 people as of end of December. The woman, after the treatment, made full recovery in January, but the virus slowly infected whole China and then the whole world. Now, I shall talk about some stats regarding COVID 19. As of now, there are a total of 20,539,733 cases in the world. Total deaths are 476,246. The number of people recovered are more than 13 million. The highest number of active cases are in USA, that is 2,382,600. In the world graph, India stands on third position with a total of 646,330 active cases and 46,216 deaths. Now I would like Amolika to continue.
So, guys, I'm here to tell you about the effects of the deadly disease that is coronavirus in our country. Thousands of suspected cases have been tested, resulting in more than 2,000 confirmed coronavirus cases in India. The regions with the highest number of cases include Maharashtra, Delhi, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Tamil Nadu. Two cases were reported in Nagpur, Maharashtra on 13th March. An employee of Google in Bangalore tested positive on 13 March, while the COVID positive case was confirmed in Noida on the same day. First death due to coronavirus in India was reported in Karnataka on 12th March. A total of 52 deaths have been reported in the country. Thermal screening has been installed at 21 airports, including those in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Cochin, to check for the coronavirus in India. Universal screening has been mandated for flights from China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Thailand at the Acro Bridge earmarked for the purpose. The first case of coronavirus in Maharashtra was recorded when two couples returned from Dubai to Pune. They were admitted to the Naidu Infectious Disease Hospital for the treatment. Coronavirus is expected to present both opportunities and challenges to Indian manufacturers, while trade with China is expected to be hit. Now, I would like to ask Anand Agnihotri to take up from here.
After getting a glimpse of pandemic's effects on our country, we are now going to focus upon the global fight against COVID-19. We already have an insight of the world statistics. So, I am going to discuss about effects of pandemic globally. Since the onset of this global pandemic, we all are passing through a difficult phase of our lives. But there are some positive aspects too, which have been either ignored or not focused upon. We have now realized that international boundaries are artificial, as no boundary was able to stop this deadly virus. Secondly, this pandemic has prepared us for any such future problem and has revolutionized our way of looking into these global pandemics. Another positive effect of this pandemic is that the long lasting dream of a better ecosystem has come true due to this global pandemic. The air quality index has improved across the globe with lesser pollutants. Similar shift has been seen in water pollution levels. Water is cleaner than before with a refreshing and thriving aqua life. Animals are more happy and free than the last few centuries due to reduced human interference. But the only bad about this is that these changes are temporary. Once the global lockdown is over, nature will again lose its glory. Now, let us discuss about the pandemic's effect on our entertainment source, sports. Due to lockdown, various sporting events have been either cancelled or postponed, leading to a huge economic loss, as sports constitute a major part of monetary exchange, and this had hit the globe below the waist. Some of the important events to be postponed are Tokyo Olympics, IPL 13, Formula 1 Championship, and International Football Championship. But there is nothing other than just to wait and for the return of our entertainment source, the sports.
Now I would like to call Anirudh Dikshit.
COVID 19 has hit badly and harshly the economy and economic activities, be it about the global economic giants or on country's economy. According to the IMF, that is International Monetary Funds, the global economy is expected to shrink by over 3% in 2020, the steepest slowdown since the Great Depression of the world. The effect of COVID 19 on economic activities is as follows. Foods and beverages. IMF projects a decrease in food prices by 2.6% in 2020. Border delays, food security concerns in regions affected by COVID 19, and export restrictions. Effect on different businesses. Different types of businesses, either small or large, were affected badly, be it restaurants, gyms, etc. Large business empires suffered very much loss, like many online shopping sites such as Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, etc. stopped their services, which not only affected the customers but also the companies itself. Unemployment. As many small and large businesses were shut down, unemployment started spreading its roots, which most harshly affected the poor people who earlier had moved from rural areas to urban areas in search of better living conditions, but now were struggling to get to timely. So they again started to move back to their villages. Also, some had to move back to their villages, which were some hundreds of kilometers from the city, and that top on foot by road, because the whole of transportation sector was in a sense closed or paused. So, these effect of COVID-19 on the economy and economic activities. Thank you.
Now I would like to ask Anshika Satija to take up from here.
Thank you, Malika, for calling me, and I would like to speak on the topic of effects of COVID-19 on students' life. I want to share my experience on COVID-19 lockdown and unlock for students' life. During this coronavirus, being a student has many advantages and disadvantages. I was initially happy about the virus because there was lockdown all over the world. There were no schools or colleges and initially had an ash life. Enjoying all day by playing games, watching movies right from morning to night at once, and instant of time I thought there was no movie for me to watch. Waiting for unlocking situation to meet friends and relatives. Still things are not settled to meet the friends and relatives. Online classes started shortly after some time in the lockdown period. Initially, online classes felt good where there was a complete change in the situation of the class atmosphere. After a month, I came to realization that there are lots of disadvantages and advantages to this type of education and finally came to know that the virus is not a blessing to students but a foreshadow of students' future life. This type of online courses is seen in software engineers attending from home, taking time to adjust in college courses, describing the few of the advantages and disadvantages during the COVID-19 pandemic. Advantages. There are no significant advantages because there is a huge loss in job, lives, and the economy of the country. But speaking about the children, there are some advantages. School and colleges holidays. As school and colleges are off, students can use their free time in studying and doing their activities in which they are interested. They can also spend more time in the house by not going out and enjoying movie, doing some craft work and giving time to their hobbies. Time to spend with family. This is the best time to spend time with family, grandparents, cousins and other relatives as there is a ample of time to spend. There is no need to step out of the house and meeting with your relatives. You can just call them on the phone. Moreover, everyone is working from home, saving time. Nowadays, we don't have to go to schools or colleges, we can easily save time which was previously spent on transportation, thereby getting more time for self study which if we use in proper way will lead us to excellence. The extra time that the children are saving during the lockdown can used for variety of productive and constructive purposes that can help in development, academic or otherwise. Disadvantages. There are significant disadvantages because there is a huge loss in jobs, lives and the economy of the world. Main disadvantages of the students are online classes. The adoption rate of online classes is about 50 to 60%, whereas the adoption rate of classroom is 80 to 90%. Online classes also adversely affect the eyes of students as students have to sit in front of the screen for prolonged hours. Poor students do not have access of phone, laptops, computer and even good internet. Also, there is no assurity that the student sitting on the other side will not cheat in online exams, thus making exams unfair. This may impact their career in the future. These factors are going to be foreshadowing to the child's future life. Also, to be truthful, the atmosphere in home is much more distractive as they have your mobiles and computer on your fingertip, television to the next room, siblings and pet distracting you. In the last, I want to say that students are missing their days in school and colleges. I am hoping that the government will take good decision on education with clear instructions as early as possible to reduce the negative factor which occurred due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now, I would like to ask Ashraf Ali to take up from here.
COVID 19 has affected our daily life. This pandemic has affected thousands of people and thousands are being killed due to its spread. Presently, impact of COVID-19 in our daily life are extensive and have far-reaching consequences that can be divided into various categories. Healthcare. Patients with other diseases and health problems are getting neglected. There is a high burden on medical system and doctors are also exposed to high risk of getting contaminated. Economic. Due to lockdown and curfew, our industrial and other economic sectors are being closed, which is leading in a great loss of GDP. And since there are low job opportunities, many of the migrant workers are migrating from one place to another in search of job. Social. Disruption of celebration in cultural and religious festivals. Closure in religious places, gyms, sports clubs and malls. At last, I would like to say that COVID 19 has also given us something. In this lockdown, the pollution level has decreased a lot. We have got time to spend with the family, and moreover, we have got to time to spend with the nature.
Now, I would like to invite Avigni Tripathi.
As Ansika told, the effect of COVID 19 on the students, it meant that these were our, that is my classmates, and even the condition of all the students of our school. In such a time, the school and its staff, teachers, and EK team played a very important, appreciable, and very much needed role to at least reduce the chances of our education to get affected badly. The EK team and the teachers started teaching, sending practice sheets from the starting of the month of May to the students of class LKG to 10th and 12th. Soon they were getting video lectures of each subject from the school's website. From the 1st of June onwards, our, that is class 11th online classes have also started. Since then, we have learned and studied many topics in all the subjects and have given many practice tests too through Google Forms. We all are very grateful to our teachers for giving us classes through online mode and letting not our studies and education get affected. We know that it's not very easy to manage the responsibilities at house and teaching side by side. We also thank our EK team to help us in this situation by uploading timely circulars, worksheets, important messages, and notices. We are also happy that at this situation also our school is encouraging us to participate in many online extracurricular activities and competitions so that we keep on learning with fun. At last, but not the least, I, on behalf of all my fellow Josephites, would like to show our gratitude towards our school's principal, Sister Kiran, because of who too our education has not got affected at all. And we also thank her for guiding the teachers, staff members, and EK team on how to keep our studies on track and not letting them get derailed.
Now I would like to call Bir Amrit Singh to proceed from here.
This may be a dire time for most of us, not having been able to go outside freely or to the school, not having been able to meet your friends, etc. But trust me when I say this, good times lie ahead. With the development of many different vaccines and medicines such as Remdesivir, Sputnik 5, all developed in the hope of creating immunity against COVID-19, it is not very long before our lifestyle comes back to normal. Well, almost normal. But only these vaccines and medicines will not be able to eradicate COVID-19. For that, we have to take certain preventive measures such as washing our hands regularly with soaps and using alcohol-based sanitizers, wearing masks, which are not only for our protection but for others' protection also, keeping distance from others, and by not going to the market or public places without any specific reason. And most importantly, we should understand that these measures are not only for our protection but for protection of others also. In conclusion, I would like to say that although our economy has went down, although many people have died and many more became unemployed, and the world is hanging on a balance, we can still revert this all back to normal by taking some preventive measures and by choosing to help those who are in need. And I would like to thank Chandrima ma'am for giving us this great opportunity of making a documentary on COVID-19. I would also like to thank my fellow classmates, namely Akshat Singh, Amolika Soni, Anant Agnihotri, Anirudh Dikshit, Anshika Satija, Ashraf Ali, Avigna Tripathi, who contributed in making of this presentation. Thank you. Stay at home, stay healthy.
फिर से सड़कों पे सब नाचेंगे, पटरी पे पहिए भागेंगे, गूंजेंगे खेलों के मैदान, बांटेंगे हम खुशियाँ। जो साथ दे दे